After shopping at the flea market yesterday, Nyes, Buffy and Renee went to the cinema and stayed out late partying, drinking Gatorade and bubble tea and eating dark chocolate and sun chips. Meanwhile, Soros went to visit Diana and her roommate Nadia. The other mice suspected Soros had a date with Diana or Nadia, but he has not admitted to liking one of them. But ditching your buddies for a date with a girl? Not cool. The trio would later learn the girls took Soros shopping at a mall. Totally not cool. By the time they all met back at the dojo last night, it was too late to deal with the toilet. In the morning, the mice did their grappling training and had breakfast afterwards. Now it was time to deal with the dirty work. As was the case yesterday, Buffy, Renee and Soros refused to go into the bathroom. Nyes wasn't crazy about going in either. The smell did not get any better overnight. Standing just outside the bathroom door and holding their noses was plenty close for all of them. "Okay, guys, here's the plan," Nyes said. "We'll wrap the chunk of sodium in toilet paper so that when it goes into the toilet, it won't react with the water right away. We should have a few seconds before the water soaks through the paper. I'll run into the bathroom to throw the wrapped sodium into the toilet. Then I'll use my powers to push the metal down to the bottom where the blockage is. Then I'll close the toilet lid cover. As soon as you hear me slam the lid down, you guys hold your breath and quickly run in and help me hold down the toilet lid. With our combined powers, we should be strong enough to hold down the lid. Any questions?" "Why don't we try the francium?" Renee asked inquisitively as he was eager to try the highly volatile metal. "Are you nuts?" Nyes asked rhetorically. "Let's not overdo it. Based on what Mr. Mendeleev told us yesterday, the francium could blow up our entire bathroom. If the sodium doesn't work, we can try the potassium next." Buffy and Soros agreed with Nyes' more cautious approach and proceeded as planned. "Okay, here we go, on 3, Nyes said, as he began to count. 1, 2, 3. Rush, rush, throw, slam. Rush, rush. 3, 2, 1, kaboom! Ah! The toilet blew up, spluttering fecal matter everywhere, and sewage rained down on everyone. The walls were covered, as were the mice. The blockage cleared, but the chunk of sodium proved too much. The mice all stood there in stunned silence. "Okay, so that was not part of the plan," Nyes said, stating the obvious. "Glad we didn't use the francium, huh?" he added. "No kidding," Renee retorted. "That was an epic fail." Soros knew at this point Nyes was feeling pretty bad about the situation. He knew he could join in with Renee to pile on and give Nyes a hard time, or he could be kind. He could be the kind of friend that picks others up when they are down. "I don't see it that way, little buddy," said Soros to Renee. "I see this as a very successful learning experience. We have succeeded in learning what doesn't work. We learned a lot about the reactive property of sodium firsthand, and now we know we didn't have to use the entire chunk. From this experience, we can imagine the properties of the other alkali metals. All in all, I think it's been a very successful experiment." Hearing Soros' kind words made Nyes feel better about himself. Sora's kind heart and never-ending optimism is what makes him such a good friend and valuable member of the Ninja Mice clan. He never loses his temper, and he always has something nice to say. No matter how bad the situation may be, Soros can always find the positive. Buffy echoed Sora's sentiment and said, "That's a good way of looking at it. Failure is not always a failure, especially if when we learn from it. Failure is actually a better teacher than success. We only truly fail when we don't learn from our experiences." Hearing Buffy echo Sora's positive message made Nyes forget about the disgustingness of the situation. Meanwhile, Renee reluctantly agreed with Buffy and Sora's point of view. A moment ago, Renee was fuming mad, but he realised that being upset wasn't going to change the fact that he was covered in poop. Renee realised he can be mad or he can have fun with the situation. How often am I going to have the opportunity to throw poop at Nyes and get away with it? He thought to himself. Seizing the moment, Renee wiped some of the mess off his face and flung it at Nyes, hitting him right on the forehead. Nyes could only smile at the ridiculousness of the situation as the other three laughed hysterically. It's hard to imagine how anyone can feel good standing in a room covered in poopy sewage with an exploded toilet, but that's what happens when you have good friends who care and will be there for you when you need them. Any one of the mice could have walked out on Nyes, leaving him alone to deal with the mess he created. But that's not what good friends do. Let's all pitch in and help Nyes clean up so that we can all go to Central Park and enjoy our Friday afternoon in New York City, Sorrel said. And don't forget we're meeting with Jeremy for dinner tonight. Oh yes, I can't wait till tonight, Buffy added. It's a Food Friday at Jeremy's, and it's a full moon tonight too. What's the big deal about a full moon tonight? You're going to see one in a moment when I go take a shower, Renee joked.